Welcome back to the Phenom Fantasy Week 10 recap. Let's just get in and do a deep dive this week. Headed into this week, there were some epic matchups. It was going to be some real head to head battles. And it was anybody's game, to be honest. Let's just be real, guys. Let's just tell it like it is. There were some epic matchups this week. I mean, this was truly the make or break week for some of you. Some of you, you're officially out of the playoffs, officially, and some of you are not. Some of you have a 6% chance. But there's always things that can be done. But this past week, week 10, let's just start with it. Tatanka Blanco plays Billy Jack downtown St. Brown this week. Final score 146-83. You heard that right. It wasn't even like an error. I know like it would sound like it would be an error, but it's not. Just a real dominant victory. I don't know if you know, many of you don't. I started the year being number one in the draft, and so that trend is just continued to now. I am projected to win the league. I am the power rankings number one. I am number one in the league. I'm the best record. Just all the way around, you know what I mean? And so I don't want you guys to get down on yourselves. You know what I mean? Some people are better at this. Some people study more. I'm 7-3, and then coincidentally, downtown St. Brown is 3-7. It's the same numbers. It's just reversed. It's like you're dyslexic though with your numbers because it's like this, it's reversed. But I do like the effort that you gave this past week, so I'm not going to get down on you. I do like peanut butter cookies; those are my favorites though. And if you could just throw in maybe some sugar-free sprinkles with it, and maybe sugar-free even chocolate. Just spice it up, you know what I mean? And I would appreciate that. So thank you for reaching out earlier and showing a sign of good faith, and I appreciate that. Final score 146-83 to Tonka Blanco, number one. Next we have Lloyd's team is a garbage can versus Wrecking Crew. Real epic battle here. I spoke really highly of Wrecking Crew last week. I didn't think he could get beat. Because he's the only legitimate loss that I didn't let people win because I felt bad for them this year, and I really thought he was going places. But to be honest, Will was probably never nervous about it. He had it in the bag the whole time. Will pulls us out 114-113. No real nerves there. Once the game started, Wrecking Crew knew he had no shot. He started the morning off not real hot. He had Jonathan Taylor. He had 49 points, was a little more than he was projected. Followed by just a real epic week by most of his starters. And sometimes you win some, you lose some. And coincidentally, I don't know if anybody's ever thought about this, but last week you had an astronomical amount of points for all your players except for Jonathan Taylor. And this week, you had an astronomical amount of points for Jonathan Taylor and none of the rest of them. Anybody ever catch that? Actually, I just came up with it right now. Your roster was exactly reversed last week, with your best player having the least amount of points and everybody else a lot. But, Will never batted an eye at it. I mean, he's got Theo Johnson on his team. He's got Panero as his kicker. Jackson Darts his quarterback. No real doubt there. Congratulations, Will. Lamborghini versus Willie Bad. This one turned out Willie Bad for Willie Bad. Score was 99-74. He never really had a shot, I don't think, with this one. Kane came up real big, real dominant. Kane's sitting at 5-5 right now. 5th place in the Tricks division, and Willie Bad is 5th place in the Pimps division. I think there's only 10 teams. Let me just look at the standings really fast just to confirm. Yeah. After confirming, you both are in last place in your respective leagues. So real snooze fest here, I think. People weren't really talking about that game too much. But I know for you guys it meant something, and because we're friends, if it meant something to you guys, it meant something to me. So I was watching it very intently. I know that you guys want to be better than you are at fantasy, and I know that you can be. I know there's things that you can do to be better, so don't get down on yourselves. A solid effort though this week, Lamborghini. Uh, Now, Kyle, I feel like you do have some upside, and things are probably really looking up this week. You got a solid lineup. Next, we have rebuilding season versus tickle shits, and then rebuilding season. You just lost this one. Tickle shits pulls it out 99 to 88. I think I predicted that one. I think I'm four for four right now, and so looking at this rebuilding season, you do have Drake May. Bijan Robinson came up real solid for you. So did DK Metcalf, Dalton Kincaid, another solid week. There, tickle shits, just playing. Finding your groove. That's what you did. You found your groove this week. You're 4-6. Rebuilding season. You're 6-4. I remember at the start of the week, some people, probably your family, you, maybe Gay Magazine, had you at number one. You fell to 3. Just numbers. Just looking at the numbers is what I saw with it. You're in second place in your division, third overall. I know that you're pretty good. You have a winning record. But we do have a few games left this week, so there is a solid chance that you could be below 500. Bye week versus Red Nuts. Bye week, you pulled this out 105 to 90. I think I called this at the predictions the most boring game, but that was not true. It was Lamborghini versus Willie Bad. You guys are third and fourth in your respective divisions, both 5-5. Solid looking teams. You're really on the fence, and we're running out of time. So one of you guys are going to have to win. Maybe both of you win unless you play each other. But you guys, there's still hope for you. So that's really it. Bye week, you won 105 to 90 versus Red Nuts. Let me just get into some things. Let me check some things out for you guys, and just to see. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't really know where it shows. I don't know where it shows the playoffs. Did I know where it shows the playoffs? Oh, projected playoff bracket. Let's just look how it shakes out right now. Tatanka Blanco has a bye the first week as of right now. I think it starts week 15, so we still got some time there. Red Nuts versus Lloyd's team is a trash can. That'll be an epic showdown, I'm sure. And bye week versus rebuilding season, another snooze fest there. It looks like Cody has a bye also. That's how it's shaking up. Let me check the bottom here. Tickle Shits versus Lamborghini. I know that's going to be one for the ages. And Willie Bad versus Downtown St. Brown. You guys are fighting to not be the shit bowl champion. And you know what I mean? I mean, one of you guys can do it. I feel like you could do it. But there's still some time left. Maybe you're not there. Maybe Tickle Shits is there. Maybe Lamborghini's there. Maybe even Will. You never know. There's some 5-5 sitting in that top bracket. So just scoring some extra points there will help push you ahead. Maybe, possibly. All right, look, that's all I got for the recap show. I do want to. I want everybody to be uplifting in this league. I want to stay positive for all the people in the league. I don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt or anything like that. Sometimes you can't help if people get their feelings hurt. Just like on text messages, I saw somebody got really mad earlier, and that was because there was some media floating around about who's number one, who's the best ever. I don't think there's any doubts about that. I could probably screenshot it, maybe throw it in a text so we could all see. I don't know if I've done that, but the rankings are out, and it is what it is. There's a new number one, but it's not even really a new number one. It's like it was returned back to number one because I was already in that slot before. So just familiar territory. Some people are familiar with it, some people aren't. And anyway, thank you for listening in. You guys have the best good day, and we'll see you tomorrow for the prediction show.